What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Just United. We're back for another one. This time, we're going to be discussing Ruben Amorim and what he can do to change this team to get us to challenge for a top 4 spot. I'm joined again by my boy Pods.
Thanks for having me on. I'm Just United. Ruben Amorim. Let's do it. Let's chat about him, what he's going to bring. Hopefully, some progression. And yeah.
Buzzword, nice buzzword, that is.
That's it. Progression, that's all we need.
But yeah, so I think we can't do any worse than 13th in the Premier League.
No.
Every time we win a game, it's just not moving.
I know.
But yeah, okay. So what do you want to see from him?
I want to see him bring some identity back to our football team. I want to see us pressing for the ball. You play for Man United, one of the biggest clubs in the world. Own it, basically. You played for them, play for the badge. You run from start of the whistle to the end of the whistle. I want to see some style of play. Pundits on Match the Day, Monday Night Football, Super Sunday,
praising him instead of slating him.
Same question. What's their style of play?
One
week you get this, 1 week you get that. It's annoying. I want a style of play on. You know what you're gonna get. I want to get him. I want to get him to get like Højlund firing. You know.
We've seen what we can do with
he's
someone.
Yeah. His stats are good, but I feel sorry for him because I don't think he had the service. I'll be honest, and I think if he did, I think his stats will be even better.
It's funny you say that because I was watching the training highlights, and in the training highlights, it's none of this. Oh, the winger's gonna cut inside and take a shot.
Yeah.
He's gonna cross the ball.
Yeah. That's what we need.
Service.
You know, that's what we need. I'd say bar Ronaldo, I'd say Van Persie was our last solid 20-25 goals a season striker. Other than that, we had Rashford a couple of seasons hit and miss, but consistently, I want someone like Højlund to be
able to hit those numbers, because it does take the pressure off the team, doesn't it? Because you get one goal and then your midfielders can play a bit better. You open up a bit more space, but it's just. I don't know what Højlund needs. Obviously, we know he needs service from the players, but sometimes as a striker, you want to see him take it on himself and maybe go on a little run and score a goal. I agree. I think, he's got to get Højlund firing. So if you give me 5 things that you want to see him change or you want to see him do, what would you suggest?
Well, I mentioned a few there. So get I'd say main striker, which is Højlund, firing. I want to see us have less shots faced, because I'm sure we had a ridiculous stat last season of the amount of shots.
Right, man, it keeps an eye on the top of that pile.
But even he last season was certain
games.
So, get that defense solid, which is on to point 3, the midfield. So many gaps this season, so many gaps. Teams walking through the midfield.
I think with the back,
the centre of the park, that centre circle, it's just bare. There's no one there.
No, I agree.
We want that.
So it's just Casemiro running back.
And even that he can't do because his legs are going. Like I said, the identity. You want to see people running around. I went to the Leicester game, Van Nistelrooy's game in charge in the Cup 5-2. People are running around like.
What is it? That's just standard though. Like you should expect that from the team.
Yeah, but they weren't on the Ten Hag. And I saw that and I thought you're all doing that to show the new manager that you want to keep your place. If you can do it, then why can't you do it going forward? And probably the last thing that I wanted to bring is not to put Joshua Zirkzee in the team. Because...
Oh my god, I agree. Guys, what do you think, Red Devils? Do you think Joshua Zirkzee should be in the team? Because Pods definitely doesn't think he should be.
It's a joke, mate.
And I agree for once. Like, honestly, I don't think he should be either.
No, man.
Why? What's the reasoning behind it?
He's too slow. I remember an example against Chelsea. Someone played him through. Bruno played him through, and the Chelsea defender was about 8-9 yards behind, and he caught me like that. If that was Højlund, he was gone. He should have scored 2 against Liverpool. He should have scored against Southampton. His video is even on Sky Sports today about the top 5 misses this season in the Premier League. You should see it.
No way.
You're a striker. if you can't score the goals, drop deeper, and say, I'll play midfield. But you want to be a striker. You've scored against Fulham only this season. You can't be doing that at Man United. No way.
Right, so definitely not having Zirkzee in the team. No. 5 things I think he should change is go into that dressing room and get control of it, because we've seen too much player power in recent years. He's definitely going to get control of the dressing room. And I think he will, because there's not going to be any favours. He doesn't know any of these players in the team, bar from maybe seeing them in football games. I don't think there's anybody in that team that's safe, bar probably Manuel Ugarte, because, you know, we've seen the respect that they have for each other. Yeah. I don't think there's anybody safe in that team. And do you know what? Coming in as a new manager, that's something you definitely want. And I think if he kept Rude after the 4 games, I don't think we would have got that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, then Rude would be saying, oh, this player is really good, this player is really good. They'd have we've seen him under Ten Hag. Rude had a few disagreements with him.
Yeah, we had one against Villa, didn't he?
Yeah. And you know what? As much as I love Rude, legend of the club, I do not think that, you know, him staying is a good thing for, you know, for Man U at this moment in time, because the manager's going to come in and he's going to lay down the rules of how he wants to play.
Amorim needs to have that approach where if you don't want to be there, see you later.
I hope he does. He seems like he would.
Yeah, he's got that ruthlessness.
Because and it's like, it's one of them ruthlessness. It's like, reminds me of like Jose.
Yeah.
Like, you know, where he'll be nice.
Yeah.
But then if you're not performing and you're not doing well, straight away. Obviously, we've seen a prime example of that with Pogba. But yeah, I hope he comes in and gets control of the dressing room. I want to see him get involved in training. Obviously, I know we won't see clips like we have every week for this first game, but I hope we get to see him being involved in training and the players actually progressing. Because as a coach, as a football manager, that's what you want to see. You want to see you getting the most out of players. And, you know, under Ten Hag, Rashford had that one amazing season when he had Weghorst being basically the target man, and him laying the ball off to him.
I'd rather have Weghorst and Zirkzee. You know?
Yeah, I was saying the exact same thing. Because, you know, that hold-up play, he didn't lock Rashford. Yeah. But, like, I want to see, like, players actually improving where, you know, they can get on the end of a ball and, you know, it's not just this end product. It's not just, okay, what do I do now? And you're looking at the manager like, what shall I do?
Yeah.
There's got to be like a built-in routine of what they should expect to happen. Like we've seen it in training with Mount crossing the ball in.
Yeah.
You know that crosses are going to be coming in the box. Strikers can expect it.
More service for Hoyland, isn't it? Yeah.
So I want to see that. And then I want to see him. I just want to see him get involved with the crowd a bit more as well. Like, you know, like, I hate to say it, but you know, like a Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah. The fist bumps at the end of the game.
Those home games, like, it just makes you feel more connected. Like, I think we got it once under Erik Ten Hag, and that was before the FA Cup final, where he was like...
But look what he did, though.
Yeah, and it galvanised us. Yeah, and, like, you need to make Old Trafford a fortress again. And the other 2 things that I think would be is just completely change the whole environment in the club.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen it in this first couple of weeks, but we know if we start to lose games and players aren't pulling their weight, it can get toxic. I just want it to be like how it was, like the players feel proud coming to work, and you know they enjoy coming there. I want to see like we've seen it this week. We have seen it. Like there is like an aura about him, and he does look like he can control things like that. But I want to see that more often. And then the final thing is make sure he's controlling those press conferences, because we've seen it under Erik Ten Hag. Like sometimes he'd become flustered or pissed off. But we've seen it in the interview where he was just signed for Man United. It's just come out that he's going to sign, and then the English reporter was over there, and he was asking him to speak in English.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I'm not speaking in English.
I
want to speak in Portuguese. And then he just kept saying, go on. And he was like, no. So, like, I hope that he's like that with the media, because the media play a big part 100%. In Manchester United. And if he can control those press conferences, I think it will bode better for him when going forward with the team. So we spoke about what he can change. Now we're going to speak about your expectations for the season and what you expect from Ruben Amorim.
Being a realist, we ain't going to win the league. As much as
I agree, yeah.
As much as I would like to say he's going to come in, we ain't.
21 is coming.
Just some.
I was just going to say anyway. New manager bounce might go on a mad unbeaten run.
just some progression, man. Like literally, just some kind of progression.
But in terms of targets, what would you want to see?
I'd target top four.
Top four,
realistically, especially now that from 13th to 4th, I think it's at 4 points. I think it is doable, based on if he implements things that we've talked about. But yeah, just get that top 4 spot, and if you see it slipping away from you, focus on the Europa League, getting the Champions League. That could be. I want Champions League next season. I hate watching the Champions League without United in it.
Europa League always gives you that extra option, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can win that, then go for that as well. Just say go for. But for me, if I was him, my target would be getting next season getting in the Champions League.
Okay.
Because it's going to show he's progressed. Business, Ineos will be happy with that, you know. And yeah, that would be my realistic target is get champion, whether it's finishing 4th or whether it's winning Europa League. That's what I'd say.
Pretty similar. So I'd say I want to push to top 3.
Okay.
Just because then it puts pressure on, and it gives you a chance in the summer to go buy some players. If you just about scrape top 4 or 5th, then it's not really great, is it? Like, do you know what I mean?
I think I'd go with that if he came at the start of the season.
Okay.
But because he's come in
27 games though to go, still a lot.
Yeah, I know, but still, those games. If you look at the end of the season, you could turn around and say, "Oh, if those games that he wasn't in charge and he was in charge, he might have got there." But
yeah.
I think I'd go for that if he was there from the start. But look at everything he has to implement at the minute.
That's true.
So, but yeah,
So I'll go for top 4, and yeah, I think winning the Europa League would be one because then you're guaranteed, like I said, to get into Champions League.
Exactly.
I think that would be a pretty good season, decent. Obviously, Ten Hag won 2 trophies in 2 seasons, and if he doesn't win anything, he's going to be sitting at home saying, "Oh, well, I won the trophies. Now you ain't won a trophy."
This is the thing. That's what it comes to, isn't it? Any defense he had towards his last games was, "Well, I won 2 trophies in 2 seasons," but you can't be sitting 13th in the Premier League in October, November.
This season, we should have seen, a bit of a push on from the last few seasons. But yeah, I hope Ruben Amorim's time at Manchester United is a success. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what you think Ruben Amorim needs to do to change his team into challenging for the top 4.
Remember to put Joshua Zirkzee in your comments.
But yeah, I just hope I hope he's successful at the club.
Yeah, 100%.
And I like to see that starting on Sunday. At the time of recording this video, obviously we don't know what the Ipswich score is going to be, but let's hope that we got the win. And, Ruben Amorim's off to a flyer.
3-0.
3-0. Remember that. Don't forget to leave a comment if we did win 3-0. But yeah, guys, that was what we expect from Ruben Amorim, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you later, guys.
See you later, guys. Take care.